Adoatv, bringing good things to life. Adoatv, bringing good things to life.
Hello there, good morning and welcome to AM News on Adoatv Television. My name is Macroeconomic. Today in our top stories, we'll be looking at some assets from the 2020 budget which was presented to Parliament yesterday. We've got details of these and many others comes up shortly. My name is Macroeconomic. Good morning. Again, let's settle for the details now. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta says government has abolished tolls for public roads and bridges, presenting the 2022 budget statement in Parliament on Wednesday, November 17, 2021. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta noted that it will take place immediately the budget is approved and the toll collection personnel will be reassigned. He further said government would finish its work to pass the free and charges bill for the execution in 2022.
Mr. Speaker, our roads need fixing and building. Our roads are being fixed. It is true that more roads have been fixed and are being fixed over the last 5 years than any relative period in the entire history of our nation. We even want to do a lot more, and this budget will cater for this. That is why for decades, governments after governments imposed and maintained tolls on some public roads to raise funds for road construction and maintenance. This is the situation in many countries. However, over the years, the tolling points have become unhealthy market centers, led to heavy traffic on our roads, lengthened travel time from one place to the other, and impacted negatively on productivity. The congestion generated at the tolling points, besides creating these inconveniences, also leads to pollution in and around the vicinities. To address these challenges, government has abolished all tolls on public roads and bridges. This takes effect immediately the budget is approved on appropriation. The toll collection personnel will be reassigned. The expected impact on productivity and reduce environmental pollution will more than offset the revenue foregone by removing the tolls. Tolls, Mr. Speaker, would be abolished on all public roads.
As part of efforts for government to rake in more revenue for the country, government has slabbed 1.75% rather levy on mobile money and other electronic transactions that exceed 100 Ghana cedis per day. The levy, called Electronic Transactions Levy or e-levy, is contained in the 2022 budget. Delivering the budget 2022 statement and economic policy in Parliament on Wednesday, November 17, 2021, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta noted that the levy, when effective, will not affect people who transact monthly total amount of 3,000 Ghana cedis.
Total value of transactions from May 2021 to October 2021 amounted to 34 billion. We believe this initiative will be truly transformative of our revenue mobilization and service delivery agenda. Mr. Speaker, COVID-19 contributed to the acceleration of the digitalization of Africa. Data from the Bank of Ghana confirms a growing trend in online trade. The data showed that between February 2020 and February 2021 alone, Ghana saw an increase of over 120% in the value of digital transactions compared to 44% for the period February 2019 to February 2020. Apart from the convenience online trading offers, the surge has happened globally was primarily due to the increase in the use of digital platforms as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Total value of transactions for 2020 was estimated to be over 500 billion Ghana cedis compared to 78 billion cedis in 2016, just 5 years ago. While total money subscribers and active mobile money users have grown by an average rate of 18% and 16% respectively between 2016 and 2019. Mr. Speaker, it has become clear that there is this enormous potential to increase tax revenue by bringing into the tax bracket transactions that will be best defined as being undertaken in the informal economy. After considerable deliberation, government has decided to place a levy on all electronic transactions to widen the tax net and rope in the informal sector. This shall be known as the Electronic Transaction Levy or e-levy.
Still stay on the floor of Parliament because the Finance Minister has said that, guided by the medium-term policy objectives, the following macroeconomic targets are set for the medium term 2022 to 2025, with overall GDP to grow at an average rate of 5.6% and the end in December inflation rate to be within the target of plus or minus 2%. Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta told Parliament on Wednesday, November 17, 2021.
The following macroeconomic targets are set for 2022. Overall real GDP growth of 5.8%, non-oil real GDP growth of 5.9%, end December inflation rate of 8%, fiscal deficit of 7.4%. Primary surplus of 0.1% of GDP and gross international reserves to cover not less than 4 months of imports. Mr. Speaker, total revenue and grants for 2022 is projected to rise above 100 billion for the first time, 100.5 billion Ghana cedis, equivalent to 20% of GDP, up from a projected outturn of 70.3 billion, equivalent to 16% of GDP for 2021. Domestic revenue estimated at 99.5 billion and represents an annual growth of 44% over the projected outturn for 2021. Mr. Speaker, the resource mobilization for 2022 is underpinned by revenue policy initiatives. The increase in domestic revenue by 44% is as a result of the impact of a major progressive tax policy, complemented by improvements in tax compliance and reforms in revenue administration that we have outlined in this budget.
On the floor of Parliament, presenting to them is Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta with a presentation of the 2022 budget to Parliament. And as Ghanaians as well, we'll bring you updates of this particular budget and what it entails and what you need to understand subsequently in our bulletins. But let's move away from him because the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufudampare, has met with transport operators in Accra yesterday on November 17, 2021 to provide solutions to the increasing rate of road carnages in recent times. Some transport unions present were the Concerned Drivers Association, GPRTU, and True Drivers Union, among others, after the hearing of the concerns of these drivers represented by their leadership. The Ghana Police Service noted that a technical committee will be set up to see to the implementation of these solutions and address some concerns raised by these drivers' leadership.
From the faces of these drivers, one could tell that this has been a day they have been waiting for. They were given the opportunity to pour out their grievances and concerns. Among their concerns were the issues of highway robbery or attack, alleged harassment from some police officers, the need for all police personnel to have name tags for easy identification.
Accident road markings, any street lights na dey nyina ni nyina eka hu bi as ya kase ya kan ade abechi awa ha.
For instance, as Dr. Dampare is here, if a driver placed the fool on the road and he arrests him, straight away he will go to court. But if Inspector GPBC or Sergeant AKY or so and so arrests another driver there, just at the back of the yard or at the station, he will take something and leave the driver.
Speaking, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Dr. George Ekufudampare, underscored the need for such an engagement, noting that it is to ensure an accident-free before, during, and after Xmas. Speaking to journalists after the engagement, Director General of Police Public Affairs ACP Kwesi Ofori indicated a technical committee will be set up to see to the implementation of the preferred solutions and address concerns raised by the drivers.
Is to discuss road carnage. and also to find out effective strategies that we can map out to reduce it to the barest minimum or stop it entirely. And by so doing, he has engaged all transport organizations, including the GPRT, Cooperative Transport, Zonta, and what have you. And we have agreed to form a technical committee to work on it and see how best we can make the traveling public safe, improve upon our transport system, and reduce accident complaints.
Speaking on behalf of the Drivers Union, the General Secretary of the Ghana Private Transport and Roads Union (GPRTU), Godfred Abobri, gave an assurance on their part to ensure the agenda for the engagement will be fruitful.
I would think that this is an eye-opener for us to go back, really hold a fast meeting, and put out a second leg meeting with him in his office. In that wise, we will have to go deeper and speak to some of the challenges that confront us, coming from either the police angle or the traveling public, or some of the things that government is supposed to do, and government has reached, and as a result, do cause some of the accidents. We are so grateful that IGP had kickstarted this at this early stage that we are approaching the Christmas. All the issues that were discussed here would go a long way to have a positive impact on road safety. And we think government would have a hold of this meeting and act positively on what we have discussed today.
Meanwhile, research findings by the Motor Transport and Traffic Directorate (MTTD) of the Ghana Police Service show that 2,000 deaths and 11,659 injuries were recorded between January to September 2021.
Inspector General of Police Dr. George Ekufu-Dampare speaking to the media earlier in this report. Let's move away from him because the National Road Safety Authority has begun a public eye screening and sensitization for commercial drivers and vulcanizers in the Savannah region. The exercise is geared towards reducing carnages on the road and to equip drivers on various rules and regulations when plying the road. This is the first time in the region, and our Savannah regional correspondent Salifu Adam Jabu comes through with the next report.
Following this year's launch of the road safety campaign by the National Road Safety Authority, a sensitization exercise has begun in the Savannah region of Ghana to educate and also screen road users to prevent various road casualties as the festive season approaches. In an interview with Mr. Eric Fodro of the National Road Safety Authority, he congratulated drivers of the Savannah region for showing up for the exercise, adding that the GBRTU officials in the region made their work very easy.
Savannah ha, they training ama drivers and organizers. Let's say, who say safety consciousness in our form, and drivers make mistakes. Na the road accident ever. Say who say road accidents na cause we na do na mistakes are drivers and passengers. Yeah. And it's training way no ama send a mistakes na one more year no a brass pair accident and so a GD say a brass and it's road safety authority how they say any say accident no a cause as I say a bathroom and it's a quite be a accident no a bathroom and it's a program about 100 drivers. I always go in Jano. Omonina Abba. You know more entity of road safety. send a bay mistakes that ye or pass one a the accident eba another brave and another buffer na ye to me aston your mind and ye bush and it's na ye it wanna sabi to me uncle school and rich and no and ye the videos and na echrom and the uweni one go school kra uweni nti ye share video na ubehu ne ye kire no nti dwumadie no the video na eye nti mistakes happen wo ekwan so no na ye de agu video so na ye de kirom ne a chechiro mu say enioma bi a omoye no nti emredu say omo sesa.
Aziz Abdul Basit, who is a driver and also doubles as the manager of the VVIP minibus in Damango, thanked the officials of the National Road Safety Authority for a good work done.
To give the driver some knowledge and then some kind of experience to drive very well on the road, and to help us very much. I'm really happy about that issue. I'm very happy. Very much confident about that issue. And as to right now, some of my drivers are not there. And we had a video that we sent it to the station there for them to look at the stream, the way the stream is the way the video is going on. So I will send it to the station there for the drivers to be seen. So we can't really thank them. It's very happy. We are also happy. It's very good. It will help some of the drivers to drive very well.
Also speaking, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Samad of the National Road Safety Authority added that
yes, it's been a fruitful discussion we had with the drivers. But actually, the purpose is as road safety. The safety of each and individual in the country is paramount. We believe in safety first. Whatever you do, you must be secure in the first place before you think of doing other things to be productive and what have you. So safety is very important. As commercial vehicle operators, we think that it is important for them to be professional. There are a whole lot of things like people who say out there. Some of them, they have not been to any driving school. They have not gone to any institution to learn the trade. All they do is that they just put as drivers mate before we realize they are also in it. They jump on, they manage to get licenses, and they start driving. In that case, there are some of the things. Maybe moving with the vehicle, that one, they can drive the vehicle, but handling the vehicle is another thing. When you go out there, a whole lot of changes come, as you can see from the presentations. We want them to pay attention to that and be professional. Be professional.
Joining us, you're watching AM News on Adoatv Television with me, Nanya Collins, and let's do some other stories relating to education. While other candidates in Accra are still battling to buy a ball of kenke for 2 to 3 cedis, their colleagues in the Upper West region in Kambili lecture area are receiving breakfast and lunch from the assemblyman. The breakfast features eggs, toasted bread, and some salad. Nuruddin Ibrahim, our regional correspondent, comes through with the next report.
The assembly member for Kambali electoral area, Honorable Mashood Adams, is providing breakfast and lunch for PECE candidates in his electoral area. The breakfast comes with tea, toasted bread, and varieties of lunch packs for the candidates. At the time of the report, the assembly member was seen preparing the meals himself with the help of some acolytes. The assembly member, Honorable Mashood Adams, in an interview said the initiative is aimed at motivating the candidates while taking the exams. He revealed that prior to the exam, he had provided mathematical sets for the entire candidates.
Because not all the students are having mathematical sets, so each student had mathematical sets. Then I also realized that during this period, some of them, especially looking at the area that we are coming from, is totally deprived. Some of our people will come with empty stomach. They'll be writing before I realize I have abdominal pains, I have this, I have headache, and those kind of things, distracting them. So I thought it wise to find a way of getting them breakfast. So today being Monday, they are writing only one paper. So we are providing them tea, egg. Tomorrow being day 2 or Tuesday, we'll be providing them with plain rice and meat. Then on Wednesday will be day 3. We'll be providing them with jollof, egg. Then on Thursday, we'll be providing them rice and beans with meat. Then on Friday, that will be the last day, which is also only one paper. So we'll be providing them their snack, and that one will be malt and biscuit. So this is just to assist them go through the examination successfully without thinking of what to eat. So that is what we are here for. Then we have also decided that we are providing each female student a sanitary pad. Because during my time during the SS, where in the exams hall, when one of my colleagues swelled her items out of menstrual flu. So I think that is also another area that we can also work on. Okay. So inshallah, this morning we are going to provide each student from Kambale Islamic JHS a sanitary pad, that's the female students.
Headmaster of Kambali GHS, Mr. Sowi Bante, expressed his gratitude for the gesture, stressing that it will go a long way to help the candidates since some of them come on empty stomachs to write the exams.
You know, it will go a long way to facilitate the writing of these papers that is just starting today. Okay. You know, without food, one cannot survive. And it's possible some do even eat before coming to start this paper. Okay. And once they have been served with breakfast, tea and other items, at least it will support them in the examination hall. Okay. Kambali JHS is the fundraise. Okay. This batch 2021, there are 26 candidates. Okay. And luckily all have turned up to write these exams. Okay. And the impact will be so great because for today being the first day and they being fed with a hot meal and promised to be fed come tomorrow up to Friday, I think that is at least we have to say a very big thank you to the assemblyman for taking that initiative.
Some of the candidates also expressed their gratitude to the Honorable Assembly member for the breakfast and promise to come out with flying colors.
The breakfast, it makes me happy.
Hear the latest in the world of sports because Ghana defeated South Africa in Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers to advance to the next stage of the World Cup preliminaries. However, South Africa was unhappy with the officiating, especially the penalty awarded to Ghana, and has reported the case to FIFA. FIFA has confirmed that they've received a complaint from South Africa and has said they are going to investigate the penalty incident in Ghana's World Cup qualifiers game against South Africa.
Federation of International Football Association FIFA has confirmed that they will review the World Cup qualification game between Black Stars and the Bafana of South Africa. The Black Stars beat South Africa by a lone goal on Sunday, November 14, 2021, to advance to the playoff stage of the World Cup qualifiers after Captain Andrew Dede Ayew converted a 33rd minute penalty. The major talking point after the game was the decision of referee Mogweta Ndai to award a penalty to Ghana, which changed the dynamics of the game in favor of the Black Stars after a supposed foul on defender Daniel Amate in the 32nd minute. South Africa decided to report the case to FIFA as they suspected a foul play in the decision of the referee to award that decisive penalty to Ghana. In a press statement by South Africa, it read that we will be writing to both CAF and FIFA to investigate how the game was handled and secondly to challenge some of these decisions. We have already registered with the match commissioner that we will be making a formal complaint. This was the press statement after the game ended 1-0 in favor of Black Stars. 2 days later, FIFA also further confirmed that they have received a complaint from the South African Football Association over their 2022 World Cup qualifier against Ghana, which they lost 1-0. In a press statement from FIFA in response to the situation, it says FIFA has received a complaint from South Africa in relation to this matter and will review it. Understand we cannot comment further at this stage. Meanwhile, a South African petition after the country's national soccer team lost 1-0 to Ghana in their final 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifier has attracted more than 75,000 signatures. The petition started with a target of 1,500 signatures but now being upped to 75,000 signatures. The petition was: "We call upon FIFA's Ethics Committee to investigate the Senegalese referee for possible match manipulation and
updates of these stories in our subsequent bulletins. Meanwhile, you can visit our website www.adoatnewsonline.com. My name is Nanya Macolison. From me and the rest of the team, thank you for watching. It's always a pleasure coming your way. Please do stay with us on AM Ghana Show as we deliberate on real issues bothering Ghana. Please, as always, stay safe. Bye-bye.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa.
CB makeups now. Amaka, correct. What's your best mankasa? That's it. Who anyone? Oh, middle. He captures back on CB men capsules. You see, CB men capsules in America.
Yeah, you see men and women's capsules now. You name the data. And 1 year packaging I am.
Wow! What a packaging! CB men, any CB women capsules, no packaging is out. And you also no mood any biansan wako do pegi.
Share up him for any about town man kwada no for. Any kwada go di fie do ye. En ka ho.
Susanna. Ghana man man tamase.
Dodo Afre 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750. FDA aje edwedin kato yato.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, Fly the dream of Africa.
Water. But you're not getting on. And that's all I'm about to order. Fire.
Malaria and tea. But you are yet more bono.
What you have to feed it.
Malaria, therefore, yaw. Enti awo. I shouldn't the customers. Well, when say mammy, I smart. I perceive Malakio. I'm money buyer or the eco school. Share. Say a Janisi berry market tea and malaria and tea. I want to mean.
And now, Emma will be around to walk. So we have malaria test. Maybe one. And better one. And the CB Malakio. You do not. And now kick out from a son so I CB Malakio. And no way so dear. And I know grow. I yet tata shit.
A drawing your ma a pen for about a woman for any coda won't fear doing.
Susiana. Well, how would you win?
FD Ashusha sa a jedi and kratoimu adia to Muse.
Announcements on Adoatv. Contact Adoatv for your general announcements, proclamations and publications, job vacancies, etc. at a very affordable rate. Call 050-92-57754, 020-9494-258, or visit our marketing decks at the work premises. Adoatv, bringing good things to life.
The Anglican University College of Technology, Adoatv, is a private institution established by the Anglican Church to provide quality tertiary education in the fields of agriculture, healthcare, and management.
We at the Anglican University College of Technology, or Adoatv for short, see education at all levels, but particularly at the tertiary level as the means of exposing the youth to the common obstacles to human progress, such as illiteracy, poverty, disease, hunger, racism, tribalism, social conflicts, natural disasters, and so on. We believe that the ultimate purpose of formal education is to equip the youth with the knowledge and skills in various disciplines to address these challenges to promote progress for the well-being of all.
Anglican University College of Technology is fully accredited by the National Accreditation Board and affiliated to the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, and the University of Cape Coast, Cape Coast. The institution has two campuses currently located at Nkranza in the Blue East region and Kumasi in the Ashanti region. The University College is a hub of diverse cultures. Foreign students are fully represented.
The cultural experiences to the food, everything was just like odd. I felt like left out at first. And later on, with matter of time, I had to make some friends and then everything was okay. And then with the studies in Adoatv was amazing, and the lecturers, they don't lecture, they teach. That one is a known truth. They don't lecture, they teach.
The environment is very serene for learning, and also the lecturers are very committing and humble, who are willing to teach you, who are willing to explain everything to you.